Well, hello everyone. It is Leslie Sky. Time for another Skycast. Today I'm going to talk about those perfumes from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. I want to talk about perfumes that perhaps I've used in the past, perfumes that I love, perfumes that are my holy grail. In any event, all these perfumes that I'm about to mention, either I've worn them or continue to have them as my favorites, holy grail. But in any event, every single one I will mention here on in are ones that I really loved. But let me kind of back up, and I'll save my favorite, my holy grails, toward the last of this. Do you remember, for instance, Giorgio? My mother and my sister loved this perfume. I mean, loved. They wore it day in, day out. And I will say every now and then I would buy myself a bottle, and I did like it. Now, would I like it today? Not as much, because it was a very strong perfume. And I can't wear strong scents anymore. But it had the nice warm tones. I would say it was a well-rounded perfume, if you will. It was very bold, but very pretty scent. Another one that I loved, I don't know if this would have been the 80s probably, or the 90s. Fire and Ice. I believe, I'm not sure, and I don't have it in, I'm trying to do this without looking at anything. I believe it was made by Coty, Coty, I think. I could be wrong. Fire and Ice was another one of those spicy, I tend to like a lot of spicy type perfumes. And it had the warm tones to it again. But it was called Fire and Ice. Loved that for a while. Another one that comes to mind is Sand and Sable. Now, to be truthful, it's the one perfume I probably will mention that I cannot totally in my mind remember the scent. But I do remember I did like it. It was more of a supple, softer scent. Another one, and I know from memory this had to have been from the 80s, was a perfume called Old Navy. And I believe I was given this as a gift the first time, and I really liked it. And in my mind, I can still see that tiny little miniature bottle that came with Old Navy. I could see it. I can almost smell it in my mind. It's hard to describe, though, the tones to that one. Another perfume back in the 80s, I believe it was one made by Avon. I used to get a lot of Avon back then. It was the Itsy of the 1980s, if you know what I mean. Ipsy. When we didn't have Ipsy, we had Avon. But anyway, Avon had a perfume called Foxfire. Not to be confused with the internet website. Not website, but the whatever you call it. Foxfire was another one. It was very close to, in my opinion, if I remember this right, because the brain sometimes after you get to be in your 60s. Foxfire had the same kind of tones, the woodsy tones, spicy tones of what was it called? Of Fire and Ice. Yeah, Fire and Ice and Foxfire. And that's something, the names. It's just accidentally got connected like that, but it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, that was a really nice kind of woodsy, spicy. I'm trying to think of what other. When I was a teenager, the one perfume, I wasn't really into perfume when I was a teenager. was Heaven Sent. I think every girl that age back then had Heaven Sent. And I remember smelling it years later and I did not like it. It reminded me of baby powder, and oh my God, that makes me cringe. I'm sorry. But at the time, trying to think what else is on my radar here. What am I missing? What am I missing? Now let me tell you about my holy grail, my favorite all-time 3 perfumes that I've used now for years. I don't use any other perfumes. Ever since these 3, there's no need to go beyond. So let me tell you about them. I'm going to go them in chronological order as they came into my life. One perfume, this is probably my all-time favorite, signature, like people would always give me compliments on this, is a perfume that my brother ironically introduced me to. He was in the Navy and he came home to visit. This was in the 80s. And it's my signature perfume. I love it. It is classy, feminine. It's rich. It's sophisticated, and it is called Alfred Sung perfume. I absolutely love this perfume. I've gotten so many compliments on it. Now, the second perfume is one that is feminine, pretty, sophisticated, classy. It is very soft. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the other words. It is called Donna Karan Cashmere Mist. I absolutely love this one too. Very feminine. It's not overpowering or anything. Neither is the Alfred Sung. Now the last on the list is one that I can't believe. It's from Avon, and I kind of accidentally stumbled across it. What drew me in was the name. Oh my God, it's so cool. Bond Girl 007. Love it. It's more of a spicy, bolder perfume, tangerine-ish. The thing is, all 3 of these Holy Grail perfumes of mine, I know you're getting tired of hearing Holy Grail, is that they all have the same tones. Now, the thing is, with this last third perfume, they don't make it anymore that I know of on Avon. Actually, I need to one day recoup my supply. I don't hardly have anything. I think I have Alfred Sung, a few little drops. Now, I will confess, in the last many years, I don't wear perfume hardly at all because of headaches. I can't always deal with any kind of scents, even the ones that I love. Even a candle that I love. I haven't really burnt candles in ages. But I think one day I'm going to pamper myself, and I'm going to try to rebuild those 3. But if you've never tried these, you need to try them or get a sample, because they're these 3 perfumes, in my opinion, sophisticated, classy, and not overpowering, very feminine. But what are your favorite perfumes? What are your Holy Grail perfumes? What have you tried? What do you like? But yeah, that's my thoughts on perfume. And I'm sure I'm leaving some out, and I'll probably forget once I put this all together. I'll go, oh, wait a minute. I got another one I forgot. I got to add that. Anyway, I always love talking about stuff like this because it's fun, Yeah. So what are your thoughts on perfume? Do you still wear them? Did you wear them? Did you stop? And on that note, I will talk to you later. Bye.